offensive end. We really just started working on the offensive end a little bit today, but primarily trying to get some things fixed defensively.
What are some main areas of concern for you that you are trying to get corrected?
Everything. We've gotten away from all of our basic principles, reaching, our foot angles, our communication, everything. I mean, some of it, and our conditioning. I think, the injuries played a huge part in that, and that's as much my fault as anyone. We only had 8 guys and was trying to make sure we didn't get anyone else hurt, and probably went a little lighter than we should have. But, like I told them the other day, we're going to roll with what we got, and we're going to go as hard as we've ever gone, and we've actually got some guys that can practice for 2.5 hours now.
You talked about before this trip was even over in Arkansas how much you were looking forward to these extra days. I mean, how valuable you feel this is, not only to get to practice in, but also to rest the guys like you were talking about.
They have, the rest hasn't happened yet. I think they'll tell you that. We've had two good ones. We had 2 last night. We've had 1 today, and we'll go again tonight. I think we can get better. I think conditioning, the more I watch tape, is a huge factor with us right now. And we've got to get back to doing what we do. Now, we haven't had, that being said, we haven't had TJ and Kevin in any practice yet. Those 2 are 2 guys that got to heal. But hopefully we can get at least one of those back by tomorrow.
Where do you feel this team is at right now, especially after 2 kind of somewhat flunkers? I guess,
about what you would anticipate with some of the things that's occurred to them. I think what's happened to them, and I saw it a lot on this last trip, is they battle now and they compete, but that lack of conditioning took over. And they hit the wall, and we didn't have the depth to overcome it. But as we get in a little bit better shape, our depth improves, we're going to be fine. I think we'll be okay.
So there's still no worry or concern for you?
No, I mean, we're 4-2, and I love the way they've competed. It's unfortunate that some of the things have occurred that have, but it is what it is. You got to move on, and we've had some guys that have gotten better because of the injuries, and I think it's just going to make us stronger and better come February.
Any updates on Caden or Jamal? I guess they're progressing.
Yeah, I'm thinking 2, maybe 3 more weeks. I could actually see Caden maybe coming back before Jamal, but I don't know. Again, I'm thinking hopefully maybe that South Alabama middle trip. If not, you would think the next weekend, barring any setbacks. But it's kind of the target for me. Now, the doctors may say it may be 2 more weeks after that, but say somewhere in that time frame right there, around the middle South Alabama trip.
Coach, what Jakes and Vasquez been able to give you guys? Is it just having more bodies around for practice, and what have been their contributions so far?
Well, Marcus has actually gotten in some games, and, I think more than anything due to our lack of depth in the backcourt, but also his toughness. That's what he's, man. And that's what this last 2 days has been really good for him. These practice times, he understands to be aggressive, but he doesn't necessarily understand help side defense. And guys are exchanging where to exchange, and that's what these last 2 days have been good for him. Yeah, they obviously help us in practice, but they both could end up helping us in games, and I really see Marcus playing a bigger part than I ever anticipated.
How would you evaluate them as basketball players? First Vasquez and then Jakes, from what you've seen.
K1 probably a little better, scores it a little better. Marcus, he's a guy I think you can win with him, just because of how tough he is. He's going to compete. As he gets better out there, his length is unbelievable. His wingspan and how he moves his feet. I could see him being a guy that could come in and be that defensive stopper, give us 4 or 5 solid minutes on a guy that's gone on a roll scoring the basketball. And that could be, you know, come late February, March that I see him doing that. I think he's going to really get better.
Look to Florida Atlantic at all?
No, I have not looked at any tape. Staff meeting this morning, talked briefly about some of the things they like to do offensively, and we'll start looking at them a little more come Thursday. These first 3 days these are our days to get better, clean up everything we need to clean up. We'll come back tonight, and there's some other things offensively we need to take care of. We need to make some free throws. So trying to just, while we've got an entire week to do this, we're trying to take advantage of every minute.